Feels nice beating Atlanta. Wouldn't you say?
Huh? Welcome back to another episode of OC Fan TV. Welcome back to Bryce.
Yow.
It's about time. Now, did your knee replace Kanata? Or are you just full spread eagle?
Had a long week at work.
It's only Thursday.
So I'm, extending the legs a little bit.
Yeah, I'm glad that camera cuts off where it cuts off, to be honest. Because there's a certain consistency that we have to keep on YouTube of not being demonetized.
Okay. Very well.
Speaking of not being demonetized, helping us be monetized is our sponsor for today's episode.
Do you like free money? I know I do. BetOnline is your #1 source for all your betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and way more.
BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website betonline.ag or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use promo code BELIEVE for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Again, that's promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit.
Bet online, where the game starts.
Welcome back to episode 082, I think it is.
Yep.
We just got done with our sponsor. Thank you to them, again, BetOnline, for sponsoring this episode. And thank you to Pedro Galese, again, for saving our ass in Atlanta. Feels like he always pulls out one amazing save at Mercedes-Benz. And it just happened to be against Almada. That's free kick in the 99th minute. So
fucking crazy. He produces save after save year after year over there. Last year he was against Dom. This year against Almada. What's next year's going to be?
It's going to be Brad Guzan penalty in the 95th minute.
Brad's going to step up, take a pen.
Fuck yeah. Why not?
I don't think he can move his legs like that.
Yeah, I don't think
We saw that on
playing much longer.
You never know. Hopefully he does, because not the reason that Duncan scored.
Yes,
But-
it is.
No, okay, Duncan's probably putting that away either way, but his
Get a
mobility.
fucking leg out there, bro.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's like that's a staple of his.
Stand
Just
and fall.
feet in already set concrete, and then the fall back.
Mm-hmm. And the
With his hands
go.
up.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's something I could save if I was trying.
If it's trying Dave, yeah. If it's lazy Dave, no shot.
Fair.
But Duncan did get on the score sheet again. That was Mo's second assist of the night. Duncan's first goal of the night. And it just happened to be a very cool finish from Duncan. Good running behind, good ball from Mo. And that is a link up that I guess we've been wanting to see. And the Mauricio Pereira that we've been wanting to see, feeding guys in and then us scoring off of it.
Yeah. I mean, if he is not going to put away his chances, he better start to create chances that lead to goals.
That's true, because he did miss the one, 35 seconds in, kind
Yeah.
of?
Pretty
Maybe
close
not
to that,
miss, but he had a good chance where...
Would that have wiped away Tesho's little fucking record he holds?
No, he was
Tesho's
20.
13.
So
Ah,
13.
shit, we're never fucking
Swear
getting rid of
something like
that
that.
I
fucking
thought it was in the 20.
giraffe.
Hey, if that's his lasting impact is scoring a goal, fine by me.
No.
Damn.
I'm gonna fucking be telling my children in 20 years. They're gonna be like, who scored the fastest goal? And I'll be like, Tesho.
Who is that?
We don't speak of his name.
Oh,
We
In
don't
this
talk about
house.
that show where we're changing the song.
Yes.
huh?
What?
We don't talk about Bruno, the Disney song.
I don't.
I forgot. If it's not Cars, he doesn't know.
Damn right. Real gone is what Tesho is. Okay, yeah, great.
Anyways.
Mauricio also had another assist, and that was a great ball into the box too, or that ended up on Antonio Carlos's head, and Antonio Carlos ended up putting it far post. Brad couldn't get there yet again because he has the mobility of a 97-year-old in a nursing home. So, Brad, we thank you too as a keeper. We thank Pedro. We're thanking Brad for being just immobile.
I've seen some geriatrics that can move, so that's a bit disrespectful to them.
Facts.
It's kind of like his mobility, to be honest.
My mobility.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
What?
Let's grow up here. You move 2 feet too much and you get shin splints.
Okay, that hasn't happened in like 2 years.
It's that and the asthma. The asthma.
Okay, that's only an XL. Whatever turf they got in there, it's messed up. I don't want to see that.
Who's going to carry the logs?
Huh?
Who's going to
Who's
build
gonna carry
the
the
boats? I'm going to carry the fucking logs.
Hey, it's probably the first thing that you made into the trash
Oh.
can. Yeah, so Mauricio actually had a very good game. 2 assists. I think it was an 8.5 on FootMob, and that is the mode that we've been wanting to see. Is that something that he can carry on, or is this just like a one-off game? Although he has had a couple of good games back to back.
I'm going to say it's just a one-off because it always seems like he finds his way to create or like get on the score sheet in a game. Like he'll have a few assists, but then next game or the next few games, he's going to drop off.
So it's
We've
like
seen it
hot
time
and
and time
cold,
again.
game by game kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen a run of him being successful in the midfield like that since probably 2019. When he just couldn't hit a wrong pass to save his life, right?
Yeah.
He couldn't mess up. And we haven't seen that from him in a while.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the 8.5 against... Oh, yeah, someone else?
No.
No, hard. Yeah, the 8.5 in 75 minutes against Atlanta with the 2 assists. RSL match obviously wasn't great. Nobody had a good match. And then against Toronto, he had a 7.4, but no goal contributions. So I'm guessing that was just him connecting a lot of passes together because, I mean, that's all we did against Toronto. But if we're not counting the RSL game, that's 2 good matches from him in 3, technically 3.
I mean, now we really don't need Mo to be on the score sheet. We just need him to find players who can create, someone like Facundo or an Angulo, and we have Duncan to be on the score sheet, right? So Mo's job really anymore isn't to, provide that final ball. It's just to find someone who can provide that final ball, which is where I feel like he's kind of regressed in his role as a cam.
So then why do we see it so much against Atlanta?
because it's fucking Atlanta, that's why.
He
Mo always
steps
turns
lives
up
up-
against you. Mo
lives up to the
who scored the goal
rivalry.
last year against Atlanta?
Was that the free kick?
Mo, yeah.
Well, yeah, in Atlanta, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if he just turns up against Atlanta in Atlanta, so be it. But
Yeah.
it would be nice if he could turn up like that almost every week, which is a lot to expect at this point, but it would be nice to have on the roster.
Yes.
Then someone that we actually just, what is a re-signing is Junior Urso, and I believe that you said that
Urso.
you said that Oscar in an interview or just talking to somebody said that you can play out wide, you can play the 8, you can play the 6, and you can also play in that cam slot. So is that somewhere where
Wait, we're missing a position.
what is that?
False 9.
The false 9, that's
supposedly.
right. Yeah.
No.
Dude, if I see him in the false 9, I'm grabbing the contract and ripping it.
Well, that's not his choice. That would be Oscar's choice.
I was talking about Oscar's
Interesting.
contract.
But since Oscar says that he can play in that 10 position, is that somewhere where you would want to see him start, or do you just want him coming off the bench in the midfield or in some sort of midfield role?
There's no way he can
No.
start as of right now. Like,
I don't
No.
think you fuck with that midfield at all, to be honest.
unless you're giving someone rest, then he starts. But even then, I'd rather see Dan start than Junior. Like, I love Junior, but as of right now, I don't see him making his way into this team starting wise. Like, no one's starting over Cartagena. Araujo's got some off games. Maybe that's where you bring Junior in. But other than that, no.
I mean, we've all wanted to see Dan start in the midfield, but at this point, I just don't think it's going to happen. He's had the opportunities to, and Oscar doesn't start him. And then when he does come on, it's more of a wide role. We see ourselves shift to a 3-back, and then he's playing that right mid / right wing back role. Sometimes he does well. Last match, he kind of got cooked by whoever that was for Atlanta.
That was a one-off.
So I don't know if Dan is the answer in the midfield, purely because Oscar won't start him or put him there. But then I think Junior now jumps the order ahead of Felipe, and who subs into the midfield.
Yeah, I'd definitely rather have Junior come in than Felipe, just purely off of Felipe's performances. I mean, I didn't get. Did he come on in against Atlanta?
90th minute, I think.
Heard why I didn't get to watch a whole lot of that game, but
Maybe.
just from some of the performances we've seen him put in this year, it's been very underwhelming from what we thought we were going to get. Whereas Junior, I said that we should be signing like, maybe some big names because of who we're competing with down south.
Who?
But Fort Lauderdale,
Cares.
outer West Palm Beach,
They're fucking irrelevant.
inner Vero Beach. But Junior, I feel like it's a really safe signing because it's someone who knows Poppy's system. It's someone who the fans already love, so I feel like it's an easy fit for us.
Yeah, he already didn't want to leave when he did, and now he has a chance to come back. And I believe you guys have said that is the one we had a roster spot to fill, and then that is what we used it on. Very glad to have Junior back, but do you think there's a more pressing matter that we needed to address before we re-sign Junior?
I'm going to just say this real quick. He's going to be our best ever number 21 because it sure as hell was not Andres Pereira.
That's true. He was the last one to wear 21?
Yes.
I mean, you would had it out for that man.
Produced
I'm
the banner,
happy
though.
he has
He did.
his 2021 shirt. But I don't know. I still think we are missing a natural number 10 in the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people have said that they would rather of us, or rather, you know what I'm trying to say.
It would have
would
just
rather
been
something.
nice
We
to
would
sign.
rather sign a number 10 rather than
Correct.
Junior, who's more of a number 8.
Yeah, and it didn't even have to be a DP because we don't even have a spot open unless we sold Carr, which I don't see happening. It could have been a Gam, Tam, Bam, thank you, ma'am, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck.
There's supposedly a meeting Wednesday night that was about that and simplifying the finances and the salary cap and all that stuff. I haven't been able to see, or I just haven't seen anything on what the details of that meeting ended up being. But there's a possibility going into next season that maybe the Gam and Tam is gone and it's just a set salary cap with the DP being the same and just the MLS being a little bit more easy to understand financially.
And notice
So-
how this all starts to unravel after Inter Miami signs
Breaks every
out of
single
Fort
rule.
Lauderdale.
Yep.
You know what's crazy about that whole situation?
What?
They're still
They're
punished.
still
They're still like
For the Matuidi thing?
yeah.
They're
Like
still going through that.
Yes.
not even that. They're still
Fuck it.
signing players.
I,
They just signed
God,
Alba.
they have
they're
a
linked
fucking
to Suarez.
12-man list.
Of what do you mean?
Players are
People
signing.
they're linked to sign right now.
It was Hazard, Messi, Iniesta, Alba, Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Busquets,
Yeah.
Luis Suarez.
Did I say Hazard?
Luis Suarez.
Yeah, Luis Suarez.
But then, like, even players like Facundo,
Oh, yeah. Knock off Facundo.
Flowers, Boy,
Sure. Yeah.
whatever the fuck his name is. But, like, I just don't understand how they're still sanctioned, but they're making all these fucking signings.
They were never placed under a transfer ban, technically.
Which is really weird when you think about it, because how are you breaking rules, still being allowed to sign players, and then breaking more rules?
Unless
You could say the same thing for
fucking
LAFC.
Star Boy.
I don't know. If we came close to breaking any sort of rule, though, it would be you can't sign players for 2 years, your salary cap is cut in half, and you can only have one DP. It's probably what would happen to us.
Yeah, well, they can break whatever transfer rules they want, but, God forbid someone in an Orlando City shirt goes to a public park
Yeah.
where, well, who did we play against in the final?
Sacramento.
Sacramento. Where they're practicing in a fucking public park, and
It was just a
We
guy
get
wearing
shit
an
on.
Orlando City hat. Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
So back to the original question that started this before we got into all the MLS rules. You kind of answered it. Now I'm going to ask you: is there
One thing I want to say before that, I really like the signing of Urso. So I'm not mad at the signing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying personally I would have liked the number 10 to come in. But it's very good depth signing. And can't really complain about it too much.
And so then, to you, is there a position that you would have rather focused on bringing a player in instead of re-signing Junior?
I'd also like the Junior signing. Yes, we could have signed a number 10, but I feel like there's still an opportunity to do that. I know we've been talking a lot over the past year about Ershon Kara. I think it's starting to come up on his time to go. like actually now, because if we do want to sign a number 10 and we can get a good one, to get rid of that DP contract would be fucking massive for us. And I don't see how he fits into the plan anymore, right? You've got Duncan who's scoring goals, who can press. There's no way Carr is starting over him. And when you want to bring someone off of the bench, someone who's going to bring you life, someone who's going to give you energy, again, he's not that guy that'll do it. That's why we have Enrique. So I don't see where Carr fits into all of this.
So then what are you saying? That you cut his contract and bring in another striker? Or
No, not necessarily. I think we have capable strikers to do the job. You
Yeah.
cut the DP contract, and you can use that DP contract to sign a number 10.
So you're also on the number 10?
I mean, I don't... What other position are we thin at, other than maybe right back right
That's
now
what I was
with
gonna
Mikey
say.
out?
And then we were also possibly linked with the likes of Brian Reynolds, who was over in Belgium, but according to Bryce, the club that he was on loan with put in an offer to just buy him, so to have him on loan. So there was that possibility. And seeing what he did in the Gold Cup, I think he's a pretty good player. Didn't work out for him at Roma, comes back to the MLS, maybe resurrects his career a little bit. Maybe what happens with Gio Aquini is the same thing that happens with Reynolds.
Come here and not play him and sell him, or
But-
leave him unprotected.
Yeah, so I hope that the same ending situation doesn't unfold, but I am happy for Gio Aquini, just being the fact that he's happy playing football somewhere where they're doing pretty well. And if that could end up being Brian Reynolds here, then I would love that.
I
And
would
Mike
love
Eakin.
Brian Reynolds.
Yeah, and I don't think he would ask for a DP contract. So-
I mean, it would be a loan, so
What,
Okay.
6 months till the end of the
Yeah.
season?
it's like Roma's look. I think Roma's just looking to either sell or loan him.
If it's a loan,
I don't think they would sell him. I don't think he would want to get sold back to the United States.
Yeah, 'cause
I
it's a
think
whole
he'd
step
rather
back
get
in his
loaned.
career.
He gets
Stay in Europe.
some minutes and then he gets bought from Roma when he goes back from loan or something like that.
Yeah,
I
depends
don't
on-
see us buying him outright.
I don't know what his wage bill would be either. How much he's asking for, how much he's making right now. I think with Mikey being hurt, Kyle's kind of been shaky the past couple of games. So, and then you have Dagger Dan coming in as we shift to a 3-back towards the end of the game.
I hate
So,
that.
yeah, we don't really have a consistent good right back right now. And I think it would be nice to bring him in. Yeah, we need a 10. But we're still managing to find goals somehow right now without the 10. And if you do bring a 10 in, does that not crowd the space that Ojeda and Facundo likes to come into even more? Because Mo can sit back a little bit, and then Facundo can cut in. But if you bring in an actual 10, he's going to want that space to himself and not have somebody converging on him every single attack.
I mean, personally, in like a team, like how Oscar wants to play, I feel like Hani Mukhtar type of number 10 that likes to run in behind and shit would just open up our attack tenfold.
Mauricio's not going
Because-
to be able to do that, yeah.
Yeah, because then you would have Facundo and Gulo cutting in, but then your striker and your number 10 making forward runs. So I feel like a number 10 like that would be.
He likes to play off the striker too, kind of. Yeah. Hani Mukhtar was Nashville rejected the $7 million bid from, I think it was Qatar, recently too. So they value him pretty highly. And if we could find our guy like that, then who knows what
That'd
we
be
could do in
fire.
front of goal. Maybe that goal in Seattle goes in. Maybe the one against Toronto goes in, and the one against Atlanta goes in. Either way, I mean, we got 7 points out of all 3 of those games, so
Not bad. Not
Nice.
too shabby.
yeah, could have been 9.
Nah,
but, you know,
it used to be summertime sadness, but
getting over that hump now.
Fucking knock on wood.
yeah, it's turning into Facundo summers.
That's when he turns up, apparently.
Yeah.
What?
But I don't know. I want to say his name, but I don't even. We sold him for
Granados?
$2 million. Yeah,
Alejandro
Oh,
Granados.
yeah.
so we got that money in, and he was barely scratching the first team.
Yeah, $2 million for a youth product, fair play. That is what Luis Muzi and Oscar Pareja do, and we're starting to see the fruitions of that we had Mikey hop up into the first team. Although Jack Lynn wasn't our youth academy product, he's doing well at OCB. What?
Jack Lynn's on the roster.
He's been on the first team roster.
No, but like the fucking Leagues Cup.
Leagues
Is that
Cup
what we're
roster?
playing in? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good. Hopefully we see him get minutes. Maybe this is time to prove that he should be in the first team when we cut Carr's contract. So yeah, there's Granados, there's Mikey Holiday, Alex Freeman is looking pretty solid. Fabian Loyola's down there. Wilfredo Rivera just scored against Atlanta.
Juninho.
Juninho is I think he's another player that we could either see sold for a decent amount of money, or he comes up to the first team eventually and makes an impact. So we're seeing that work out well for us. I would like to see us not sell all those players and some of them actually have a chance to get into the first team.
That would be ideal, but I'll take $2 million.
Yeah.
A fucking pop.
True. $2 million cut Carr's contract. You got a decent lump sum right there.
And a free DP spot.
True.
So there's rumors coming out again.
About
Facundo.
Going to where?
Oh, because Arsenal's back in the States. Is this just going to be a yearly thing?
I mean, fucking probably, to be fair. I'm trying to find it. So both Arsenal and Villarreal
Villarreal,
There
yeah.
you go.
have contacted Orlando City for Facundo Torres in the last week.
Did it say
But-
what any offer was?
No,
Money was for?
but we have the $30 million release
Yeah.
clause.
I don't
that he
see
signed.
Villarreal paying that.
I don't either.
What was the
But-
other? You say Arsenal?
Yeah.
They spent a lot this window. I don't know if they'll shell out 30 for Facundo.
Yeah, but he's still on teams' radars
Mhm.
in Europe. And it's just nice to have that $30 million release clause, because if someone does buy that,
We go get the next two Facundos
Yeah.
from down south.
it's fucking damn
Next
good
2 or
transfer.
3.
We can go buy that other Facundo that Atlanta wanted. Facundo for Facundo.
No, fuck that Facundo.
I'm just going to look up and see what his stats have been. Of course, you look at Facundo and he doesn't pop up in the first 5. So he has 7 goals, 2 assists in 20 matches this season. I believe he had a slump where he just wasn't good at all towards the beginning of the season. Didn't have many goal contributions. So to still be at almost a goal contribution every 2 matches, pretty decent. And like you said, we're getting into the summer, so it could be Facundo's time to turn up yet again. And then the other thing that I was going to look up is we scored off of a set piece. And I am interested to see how many of our goals have been set pieces this year. That is only our 3rd goal off of a set piece.
Sounds right.
I was gonna say 2.
The thing is, every corner we have is a short corner, I swear. So
Don't get me started. Long throws, short corners.
and the long throw worked once.
Yeah. I wonder if that. There's no way that counts. Does that count as a set piece?
Long throw?
No.
Yeah. There's no way.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah. So we have 3 penalties, 3 set piece goals, 28 from open play, totaling 34 goals on the season, and we're going over our current XG, which is 28.7. So, not horrific. I was just interested to see how many set piece goals we had because it doesn't feel like we convert on a lot of them.
No.
We don't.
Kind of just like, oh, corner. Oh, great.
Yeah, we're not doing anything.
Turn it over.
It's always, I swear to God, if it's a short corner, and then what happens?
Short corner.
Short corner, ball goes out to who fucking knows, and then nothing happens out of it.
It's quite aggravating.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, what?
Leagues Cup.
Houston. Tomorrow.
Dynamo. Tomorrow.
Technically today, if you're listening to this.
Today. Future. Us. Today.
Oh, are you trying to get into predictions? Oh, actually, top 2, bottom 1
Oh, shit.
from Atlanta.
You want to start?
Mauricio. So I would say Duncan, but I feel like he didn't do much other than his goal. So I will go ahead and say Antonio. I know I was.
Wow.
Look.
Wow.
Look. If you were on the watch along, I apologize. I didn't drink for a week, and then I started drinking at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Was out in the sun all day, and you know when you drink a little bit too much, you say stupid shit.
Is that why you back Kara when you're in the stands?
No.
Okay, so your top 2. was Antonio
Antonio
and Mauricio.
Mauricio.
I got Mauricio. I feel like he has to be one kind of a lock this week. I'll give it to Duncan because we give players shit, or we give basically our forwards shit for when they don't play well and they don't score. But now Duncan has proven that he can just score off of one chance. So if he's getting that one chance and putting it away, yes, I would like to see him get more involved. If it's part of the plan from Oscar, so be it. But when he is involved more, we do pretty well. So for him to not be that involved and still pull a goal out of one chance, I'm happy with it.
To be fair, he probably should have had an assist too to Mauricio in the first minute.
Fair.
So
Yep.
I don't hate it.
We just did top two.
Yep, I haven't done one yet.
My honorable mentions, I'm going to start off with. I'm going to go with Antonio. Had a goal. He had the goal line clearance, which, I mean, ultimately led to a goal, but it's still, the passion, the care that he has that motivates the rest of the team. My other honorable mention, I'm going to go with Duncan. Scored the goal. For my actual top two, first one's going to be Mo with 2 assists. My second one is going to be Pedro. Came up fucking huge for us back-to-back years. Yeah, I mean, he's just fucking stellar. Has been for the past couple weeks, so.
You want to start us off with the bottom one then, too?
Me?
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't watched a whole lot of the games, so I got to look on football.
Mine's so easy.
Mine's Kyle Smith. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I know it's tough for you to hear, but he's been mid the past couple matches.
I feel like when you have a pretty much complete performance from all the other players on the pitch, he just stands out as he just didn't have a great game.
Yeah.
And that's all right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is. If it's him being inverted recently, and that's just not who Kyle Smith is, and that's not helping him having to play more of a midfield role. But again, I just don't think that's him. So
it's weird because the first couple of games he did that, he actually looked pretty decent there. But I guess whatever happened over the past couple of weeks, that's true. I mean, I didn't really get to watch the game, so I'm just going to go by your word. I'm also going to go Kyle, so make it a little easy.
I'm sorry.
Fair. Let's still subscribe to the Church of Kyle.
You got Houston you want to start talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. Fuck them. No, I mean, I don't even know what to expect from this tournament. It's a new tournament.
Yeah. I think that's where everybody is.
Yeah. I just don't even know. I do know Houston's not a team that can just be easily
pushed over.
Yeah. I remember when it first came out, I was like, oh, fucking Houston. That's an easy win. Really just got to take care of Santos. But now it's like, well, fuck. Houston's actually kind of decent. So
they got the
I fucking hate that guy.
Carrasquillo? Is that who you're talking about?
Fucking.
The one that put the penalty away against the U.S., the last penalty?
Oh,
with
yeah,
the poofy
that
hair?
was a fucking banger.
Now, he's got interest from Spain.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm cutting his fucking hair with some fucking...
How are you?
Scissors?
No, shears.
Yeah.
Like fucking sheep.
I know CONCACAF earlier this week, maybe it was yesterday, came out with their rankings. And I can't remember.
21st.
And I believe... Did you say 11th? No,
I thought you were talking about the U.S., sorry.
No, it was rankings, let's see.
For the League Cup teams?
Yep.
You know
So
where
the
Miami is on that list?
They're dead last. But you know who's right above them?
Houston?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the closest MLS teams to them that is not Miami is San Jose, Chicago, Vancouver, SKC, LA, Galaxy. And I just think they're better. I mean, the Galaxy have turned up recently, but I think they're a better team than whatever these rankings are making them out to be. Then we are 21st, right in between Montreal and San Luis, Atletico San Luis from Mexico.
You just said Cincinnati. The
Sure,
closest
yeah.
MLS team.
RSL 3 places above us, NYCFC 2 places below us, and then the other team in our group in group, I think it's Group C that we are or something, is Santos Laguna, and they are 9th. So they're in the top 10. And then the only team in the top 10 from the MLS is the Philadelphia Union. So I think with Santos Laguna, we have our work cut out for us. I remember playing them 2 years ago, I believe it was. It was a 1-0 loss. We played like shit
What was
the whole
that in?
match. I think it was like the very
I think it
first
was
version of the
last
Leagues
year.
Cup.
Oh yeah.
Was it last year?
I swear it was last.
I was
Oh
worried.
yeah, because they only like invited like 6 teams from each, right?
I think it was very low.
Yeah.
I know I was working during it. So if I was working,
Yeah, I
in the
remember
season,
that game.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
it was not great. And now they're the 9th rated team or I guess between Mexico and the U.S. So we have our work cut out for us there, and I think Houston's underrated. So it's not just a game that we can sleep on and say, all right, we got 3 points in the group. We're gonna have to fight
Yeah.
both of these teams pretty hard.
I think it's really going to come down to like the midfield battle and that. So we both got decent midfield. I feel like our defenders are better than theirs, for sure. And then attack is, we should have the better players out there, but I think it's going to come down to that midfield because they got Hector Herrera, right?
Yep, they have him
And
too.
Fucking puffy ass fucking
Carrasquillo,
that fucker.
close enough.
I mean, we're coming off almost a week of rest, right? We played
6 days,
Saturday, yeah. So we should have some healthy legs, some fresh legs. I hope Raujo and Cartagena are up for it because if those two can boss the midfield, I think we win that game easy.
All right, so I said Houston has got hot recently. They won 4 in a row. They beat LAFC 4-0.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
I
They
remember
beat Chicago 4-1, beat LAFC. Oh, how did they play LAFC back-to-back in 4 days?
Pretty sure one of their games got canceled because they were in the Champions League final.
Interesting.
Pretty sure.
All right. Yeah, so they beat them in LA, they beat them in Houston, and then they beat San Jose 4-1. But in their last 5, they have lost to Austin 3-0, lost to the Sounders 1-0, drew SKC 2-2, and I believe they had a 2-0 lead in that game, SKC had a 2-0 lead, and then Houston came back. No, am I?
Yeah.
No, I'm just wrong.
Different. You're
Yeah.
thinking of RSL.
Yeah, you're right. Then Houston lost to Minnesota 3-0 and just drew Colorado 0-0.
Okay, well, they're fucking ass.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You can't go into it knowing you're thinking you're just going to get 3 points easy. This is a different competition, knockout competition, group stage. We have now a month break in the MLS. So, again, like you said at the beginning, we don't know what to expect from this tournament. Don't know what Houston's going to put out there. Don't know what lineup we're going to put out there. So, it's really just going to come down to lineups when they come out at 7:15 or whatever time.
I hope we go for it all. I mean, there's a Champions League spot up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Copa America spot, I'm pretty sure.
Copa America. Yeah, where the national teams play.
Wait, Copa America? What the fuck am I talking about? Copa
Libertadores.
Libertadores.
Ain't no way. Huh?
Swear.
No.
There's a possibility. I swear. I'll try to find it.
No, because
Do it after the pod.
the winner of this tournament gets an automatic berth into the round of 16 for Champions League.
Yeah.
I know that much, but I don't think there's another.
Copa Libertadores. Since when did MLS teams get invited in there?
I don't think we
Since
are.
Messi joined.
That's CONMEBOL.
I know.
This is CONCACAF?
It's getting played here, though. I'm pretty sure.
That's
or
the
some-
Copa
there's-
America.
No, there's.
It's the Copa America.
Copa
I know.
America was just
I know the
talking
Copa
about, yeah.
America's coming, but I'm probably watching.
Well, let us know if Bryce is on Fraud Watch. If he finds what he's talking about by the end of my outro, then fair play. Since Kanata isn't here, follow us on all our socials, on Instagram.
Score predictions. 2-0.
I'll stick with the 2-0. I'm going to copy you. Sorry. 2-0.
I'm gonna say 3-1.
All wins for the
Yep.
guys in purple.
Mm-hmm.
All wins for the guys in purple.
Yes.
All right. Instagram at OCFanTV, Twitter at OCFanTV22, TikTok at OCFanTV. If you're still on Threads, at OCFanTV, Facebook Orlando City Fan TV, our Patreon only $3 a month. We would love it if you support our content. A video is going up there in the next probably 24 hours. So if you would like to see that, it's only $3 a month. If not, we have Cashapp is $OCFTV, and buy me a coffee. Everything should be down in the description. If you choose to support us, please subscribe, like the video, share with your friends. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the month. Or not month. Wow.
Season.
By the end of the MLS season.
Close.
Apologies. Yeah, thank you for watching, and we will see you on, tomorrow night if you're at the game.
Oh, by Gate C, you're going to give that rundown too?
No. It's in the description of everything. So, Gate C Fan Reacts.